Here we go, the main event of BYU Vendetta 2011. The 5th annual BYU Vendetta. Folks, I want to thank you for joining us here at Vendetta 2011. This has been one hell of an evening, and this CPP has not disappointed at all. That last match, Hoogie and Jack Fox, probably be the show stealer, the match of the night. But we don't want to speak too soon. We're going to see how this match can come out. And I'm going to guarantee you one thing, folks. This match right here, that I will promise you, I will guarantee you, guarantee you, that this match will not last a minute and 20 seconds for a main event on a CPP. On the very last match, the featured match, and neither is Xtreme Dan or CJ Hawkins are under the influence at all. They're not high as a kite at all. I proved my point. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, the co-holder of the World Tag Team Champions and the World's Heavyweight Champion, the higher standard, CJ Hawkins. And yes, CJ Hawkins last week won the World Tag Team title with Cody Hawkins. The Hawkins boys have finally realized their dream, and they are now the World Tag Team Champions. CJ Hawkins as the World title defender right here, right now. And that's what it's about, folks. The World's Heavyweight Championship. The biggest honor in the Overdrive brand. It doesn't matter if it's the BYU Championship or the World's Heavyweight Championship. It has more prestige than the TNA Heavyweight title will ever have. Here we go. Neither one of them are going to lie down this one. I guarantee it. CJ with kick to the ribs by CJ, and a drop kick to the face by CJ Hawkins. And by the way, I like the new attire by CJ Hawkins. I'm not sure about everybody else, but I do like it. This. And a Russian leg sweep. And stomping on Xtreme Dan. Grappling from behind. And reverse DDT. I want to talk about how Dan got this title shot. He won in an 8-man Gold Rush tournament. Xtreme Dan won 3 of those matches. He defeated Domi in the finals to get this title shot. Dan is on a roll so far this year. He's 4-0 in 2011. He is on a big roll. Big time. And a spinning wheel kick by CJ Hawkins. And here's the cover of the hook of the leg. Would be able to beat Xtreme Dan. No, he gets 2. I would have been pissed if Dan would have lost that way. I'd be extremely pissed right now. I would have said, fuck this, I'm going to Daddy's, or I quit. I would have quit by now. Yeah. Goes Dan over the top rope. And, man! Sends Dan to the floor. I mean, TNA, they're in so much shit right now. I mean, they're a sinking ship right now. It's like they're going to collapse like the Titanic. It's going to go just like WCW did 10 years ago. And speaking of WCW, we're near our 10th anniversary of the death of WCW. I'm dead fucking serious. We're almost in our 10th anniversary. And man, CJ threw Xtreme Dan right onto the steel steps. And CJ now picks up Xtreme Dan, throws Dan back into the ring. And I apologize for ignoring this match. I had to get that out of my chest. That was my current thoughts on that shitty TNA product. Nice reversal by CJ. And he throws Xtreme Dan over the top rope. Look at this now. And a reversal by Xtreme Dan. Look at this. A nice maneuver by Dan. Stomping on CJ. Look at this. And a moonsault by Xtreme Dan. Picks up CJ. And look at this. Oh boy, abdominal stretch. This is not looking good for CJ. And CJ trying to fight out of this. And look at this, CJ with a reversal by Xtreme Dan. And picking up Xtreme Dan now. Goes him right to the turnbuckle. Kick by CJ. And now putting his foot around Dan's face for a little face wash. And Dan kicks CJ off of him. And Dan now with German suplex and connects. And stopping him on the head. Picks up CJ. Goes him right to the ropes. And a T-bone suplex. Nicely executed by Xtreme Dan. That was epic. And stopping him on the head. Picking up CJ now. And Dan now. Oh, man. Face first on the mat. I mean, he really tripped him. Picking up CJ now. Goes him right to the ropes. And a drop kick to the face. And CJ no sells. And now Dan with a German suplex. Man, oh man. Now picking up CJ now. Goes him over the top rope. And kicked CJ right in the ribs and sends CJ to the floor. And look at this. And oh, a diving crossbody. Look at this now. Oh man, elbow drop. Look at this now. Oh, punch to the groin area by Xtreme Dan. What a cheap shot by Xtreme Dan. Listen. Oh, lie detector and no sell. CJ no sells the lie detector. Dan, you gotta do it better than R-Truth, buddy. You can do it better than R-Truth. Anybody can do it better than R-Truth. And oh! CJ was going for a 450 but landed on his legs. And he missed completely as well. And Dan now picking up CJ. Kick to the ribs. And throws CJ right onto the announcer's table. He's near my desk. Come on, man. Look at this. The rock bottom right onto the floor. And connects with the rock bottom. But he's got to pin him in the ring. And I don't think... Oh, now he's going to take down my commentary desk. Come on, man. Gonna take down my commentary desk? Dipshit. Now throwing CJ right out to my commentary desk. Oh, God, no. Don't you dare do this. No. Dan, don't do this. And oh, those stuff on the table, but CJ got out of there just in time. It was a great counter by CJ Hawkins. And it backfired on Xtreme Dan. That was a dumb move by Xtreme Dan. Or maybe Dan thinks in his mind, nah, at least he tried. It was a good idea, but he thought he would do it, but oh well. And Dan out. What's he going to go for? Back in control on CJ. Oh boy. Last call. Oh! The last call. Here's the cover of the hook of the leg. Will he be able to beat CJ? No, he gets two. That was pretty close. Kick to the ribs. Throws CJ right to the turnbuckle. And a clothesline by Xtreme Dan. And stomping him on the head. And Dan out, taking off the turnbuckle pad. Exposing the turnbuckle. This is not looking good for CJ. Throws him right onto the other side. And a clothesline by Xtreme Dan. Picks up CJ. Dan now throws CJ to the ropes. And a T-bone suplex. Oh, nicely executed. And Dan now, what's he going to do? He's going to go for it. He could go for the cover. Will he have this one? No, he does not. And Dan's got to be pissed. And Dan dragging CJ on the exposed turnbuckle. Oh, man. Things are not looking good for CJ Hawkins. Look at this. Dan ramming CJ's face on the exposed turnbuckle. Things are not looking good for CJ. Nice takedown by Xtreme Dan. Picks him up and look at this. The rock bottom on CJ. And, oh, nicely executed with the rock bottom. Things are not looking good for CJ. Could this be all? Will we have a new World's Heavyweight Champion? 2. No, only gets 2. Yeah, that was close. That was so close. Goes CJ to the ropes. And a T-bone suplex. And nicely executed. And CJ, oh, nice takedown. On Xtreme Dan. Oh no. Look at this, the figure 4. Dan's gotta be screaming in pain. That was like an inverted figure 4 if you want to call it that. Dan punches CJ in the ribs. Kick the ribs again. Punch. Chop. And a backdrop and Dan landed on the apron. And Dan with a forearm to the face. And oh, nice maneuver. Here's the cover, the hook of the leg. Will he be able to put CJ away this time? No, only gets 2. You have to do better than that to put away CJ. And a corkscrew, but missed completely. And look at this, oh boy. Submission hold. Look like the House of Pain if you want to call it that. Or the lasso from El Paso, whatever you want to call it. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong, but whatever. I'm just speechless how great the CPV is. I'm just so freaking speechless. Nice bulldog, by the way, by CJ Hawkins. Picking up Xtreme Dan now. What's he gonna do? Oh, that was awesome! That was a great maneuver by CJ. Here's the cover, the hook of the leg. Is this it for Xtreme Dan? No, it is not! And this is way longer than the Sting Jeff Hardy match. I'm sorry, Druggy Hardy. Oh boy, look at this now. He's going for the Hawk's Wigs on Xtreme Dan. And oh, nicely executed. This has got to be it. Dan looks like he is out of this. Is this it? No, it is not. And there's a little bit of hope for Xtreme Dan to try to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And CJ trying to fight back. Look at this. Springboard leg drop. And perfectly executed. And CJ now, uh-oh. Oh, damaging the arm or the chest area on Xtreme Dan. Must have ripped that arm right out of the socket, it looked like. Oh! Tilt-a War backbreaker. Oh boy, look at this. He's going for the original pedigree. Will this be it? And connects with the pedigree. Is this it? The classic pedigree. Vincent CJ. Is this it? No, it is not. Kick to the back. And a drop kick to the face. And CJ now, what's he gonna do? Goes Xtreme Dan right onto the exposed turnbuckle. Oh boy, look at this tornado DDT coming up and nicely executed by CJ. What's CJ gonna do here? What can he do here? Oh boy. Dan with a DDT out of nowhere on CJ. Things are not looking good for CJ Hawkins so far. Those are right on the exposed turnbuckle and a clothesline by Xtreme Dan. And now throwing CJ back to the turnbuckle. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. He's going for the last call. And, oh, slammed him right on this back with the last call. Here's the cover, the hook of the leg. Will we have a new World's Heavyweight Champion here? No, we do not. That was pretty close. Punches and chops and kicks by Xtreme Dan. And sends CJ to the floor. And picking up CJ Hawkins now. Goes CJ back into the ring. Oh, look at this German suplex! Man, this is not looking good for CJ. Abdominal stretch by Xtreme Dan. It lets him go.